Hello, middle schoolers. Okay, so like I promised, I'm gonna be doing videos of me doing artwork for you guys, and you can just watch them and then follow along, just like it would be in class. So let's do our first one, which I said would be optical illusion art. So I'm just gonna remove my camera down here and show you what I got going on. So right now I have a piece of paper. I just grabbed something from my printer. If you guys have printer paper, if you have a different piece of paper, anything will work. You just don't want it to be too small of a piece of paper. So about the size of a normal notebook paper. Then you will need a pencil. You'll need an eraser if your pencil doesn't have one like mine. You will need a ruler, or if you don't have a ruler, you could just use a straight edge, so a folder, a binder, anything that can make a nice straight line for you. And then you need to kind of scavenge around your house a little bit and find, because I don't have a compass here, and I'm sure you don't have a compass at home, you'll need to find some circles to trace. So I found a candle, I got my salt shaker, and I got a mason jar. So these will make some different size circles for me. We're going to start by making our circles. So trace around your objects. You want your circles to be kind of towards the edge of your paper. So just anywhere, but not in the center. And not too close to the center either. So I'm just going to quick draw these out. There we go. And I got one more. You guys can do more than 3 if you want. You could do 4 or 5. We don't want the whole page filled with circles, but, or if you only want to do 2, you can only do 2. Up to you. Do as many as you'd like. This one got a little messy. I'll just fix him up quick. All right. Once you're done with your circles, we're not going to worry about those for the rest of the day, really. We're going to work on those during our next class together. Start by just adding a dot somewhere in the center of your paper. It doesn't have to be exactly centered. If you're a little bit off, that's totally fine. I'm not taking the time to like measure out where's the center. And then you are just going to take your straight edge or your ruler and start drawing some nice straight lines from that dot to the edge of your paper. And I'm just going to keep rotating around and adding some more lines. And we do need a certain amount of spaces when we're done, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Just gonna draw a few more lines. So when you are done, you need to divide it into an even number of spaces. So let's see what I got. I got 1 space, 1 triangle, 2 triangles, 3 triangles, 4 triangles, 5 triangles, 6 and 7, which isn't even. So I need to make 1 more line somewhere. I'll just squeeze another one in here. Perfect. And now I should have an even number of spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. You'll also notice that if a line goes through a circle, you want to avoid it. You can just stop your line, or if you want to go through it because it's just easier to draw those lines, then just erase your line if it goes through the circle. So next we are going to start in, you can start in any section you want, it does not matter. And just start by creating a nice like rainbow shape, that nice curve. And this curve just continues all the way through your piece, all through this one section. And then you're going to skip a section and do the same thing. So having that curve going outward. Skip a section and continue. A lot to do with optical illusion art is there's a lot of repetition. So we're repeating steps over and over. Skip a section. And that looks great. So moving on, for the sections that are in between now that we kept skipping, we are going to do our curve the opposite way. So last time it went out, now it's going to be going inward. And it's gonna go all the way to the outside edges. And again, if it hits a circle, stop your line, or if you have to go through it because it's easier, just erase the line that would go through the circle. We wanna keep those nice and clean, no lines in them right now. We are gonna work on those next time. And almost there, one more to go. Then I'm gonna show you guys how to color these in. And that will be it for today. Then tomorrow or next time, we will worry about the circles and how to finish this up. And I got a little bit messy there, a little too much of a curve. Just gonna fix these up again. All right, mine looks good. Everything looks like it's supposed to. Now you can add color. You guys can do with any color that you want. If you have markers, those will work really well to fill it kind of faster. If you don't have markers available, colored pencils, crayons. I don't have markers at my house. I have a ton of Sharpies though, so I'm just gonna use a Sharpie, that works. Or if you don't have any fun colors, you could just use pencil as well. So that'll work just fine. So you are gonna start by coloring in. We're just gonna worry about this again, like section by section. So don't try to jump around, it gets too confusing. And you are gonna skip every other one, so kind of like a checkerboard. You could do this with any color, like I said, so if you're using blues, you can leave the one in between white, like I'm gonna do, or you could make it another color. So you could have two different colors on your page as well. And if you wanna like be really extreme about it, I know we already learned color theory before you guys left for spring break, and because of all this quarantine stuff. But if you use two colors that are complementary, it makes the optical illusion pop out even more. So complementary colors are the two colors that are across from one another on the color wheel. Examples like blue and orange, purple and yellow, red and green. You don't have to use those, just if you want to make it even more confusing. So you'll continue filling these in. Every other space. And let's just pretend I'm done with this one. It's gonna take me a while, so I will continue this when I'm done showing you guys the rest of the video. And you'll do the same for every section. So I'm gonna skip one and color it in, the next one, skip it, color it in. You're gonna do this for all the sections. Avoid the circles, again for now, we're gonna do that next time. And I'll show you guys how to fill those ones in. Fill in the entire page with your colors. I will show you and post my completed ones so you can see what it's supposed to look like when it's done. And you guys will take a photo of what you have so far and show it to me. If you have questions, if you need help, any of that, let me know. And I am more than happy to help you guys. But I'm gonna finish coloring this in and I will show you my finished one when I'm done. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Take care. Bye.